an aberration, or is it a culmination?
The stories govern our lives. They create the patterns. They create these influences that ripple through the lives of our children into the patterns of history.
And I just have to keep following it.
And we will try to determine.
What are you talking about?
Only literature and the arts seem to get close. In time, I realized that these were more satisfying because they consciously employ metaphor and symbol to point in the direction of mystery. They are content not to try to name them and are more willing than the other disciplines to abide mystery and ambiguity.
And this is very upsetting to many people.
Things are going to happen that we just can't foresee.
Try a little harder to understand me, perhaps.
Optimism is just as contagious as fear.
For example,
and that leads him to adopt an interim belief.
We're not what you see in the movies from Hollywood.
this circuitry is terribly upsetting. And just as the East goes west, we go east.
The agenda of our people is quite different now. However, as you'll see as I progress through this,
You made up the whole story.
Because it's very, very relevant to what's going on now.
Now is the future.
It would take off on its own.
And now for something completely different.
Keep an open mind.
Electronic music is increasingly the sounds of the environment itself.
Distorted framing.
Consider.
This seems like a good place to finish this video. I know when you're lying.
But on the other hand,
anything that you do say to me can be used as evidence. Do you understand?
Yeah, I just want you to learn on that stuff. I didn't mean to. I'm not that type of person.
Okay, good to know.
So, where did you do it?
And that is the kind of challenge that we are trying to understand.
So we develop a kind of chronic anxiety about
Collective anxious.
It's a series of adventures and encounters that create all sorts of disturbance.
I don't know why.
They prefer, more and more people prefer this group orientation.
Highlights the fact that the road ahead certainly is not easy.
I have to trust my intuition.
And you go in with that, right?
The loss of identity is very disturbing.
What? No,
Excuse me.
and tap into the viewer-creator connection.
Originating in the depths of the archetypal psyche and therefore carried by religious archetypal energies.
It will always be run as social engineering.
And now for something completely different.
Become aware of the thought process itself.
That's what I said, young woman.
The point was
to step up the environmental speed to create the psychedelic thrill.
Speaking of propelling content upward and forward.
For example.
And again.
Archetypal energies.
Energies more.
This is the tunneling effect.
This is absurd. But at the same time,
nothing is permanent except progress.
Putting it more literally.
This is my gift.
This is great stuff.
There is a way of seeing it. I know that you are afraid.
Essentially designed to suppress.
It's not absolutely real.
He says,
and I realized
that the whole world becomes kaleidoscopic.
A quasi-psychotic hatred.
It's not just illusory.
It might even hold the key to understanding.
We live in archaic times.
The accumulation of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere poses a global problem, which no one country can address alone.
What do they mean? How do I understand that?
First of all, I'm a human being on a journey, and therefore
schizophrenia? Yeah.
Trying to find a paradigm for what's happening right now. What's my role here?
I don't even remember. But anyway.
The price of civilization was neurosis.
That drives people crazy. Let's look into it.
It suddenly becomes evident. It's not worrying about the definition of the thing that I'm making.
Guess what? We create the future.
And this is revolutionary in the extreme.
Political study from representatives of the Propaganda Bureau.
He's right.
This goes a long way toward trying to find a paradigm for what's happening right now.
This is a major shock to the human system that is in process.
It's a fundamental worldview challenge.
Ordinary perceptions are deliberately deadened to permit life to be bearable.
Pure in essence.
Dad, help Dad.
Try to remember.
How do I cope? How do I manage?
What am I supposed to do?
The general principle seems to be...
It didn't have to be this way.
You can't close your eyes to what's happening in the world. Washington is deeply concerned.
As we hear from this man,
how will projected changes in the world's population affect our ability to achieve these new goals?
Oh, that's the big one.
Which explains...
We find the human ego is particularly distressed in the face of ambiguity and ambivalence.
They were correct.
It didn't have to happen like this.
You decided yourself
at an ever-increasing rate.
Truly, anything is
possible.
Think us.
Psychedelic.
I have to ask these questions. What about you and your children and your grandchildren?
I just don't know what it is. Is this the future, or is it now?
You had a dream.
Wait? What does that mean? I allow my creativity,
The artist is a sort of
to push me in directions that
was always trying to pep up perception.
One civilization to another is in its negative space.
It lights the path to a better world.
We're running out of time.
Planning to disconnect me.
Although idiosyncratic and perverse,
It's worth celebrating.
Our task is to tell the story by that inner noise.
Deeper forces in American society.
What kind of a world will we have?
A sort of avalanche of over-information.
And so
So if this is the future, it's a race against time.
And it is with a sort of controlled accident.
And I just have to keep following it.
What kind of a world would you have?
The way of experience.
Another story perhaps is wishing to be born through us.
which each of us embodies.
What I want you to think about is
you're in the presence of great art.
Oh, that's the big one.
And what is the effect of all this?
we're running out of time.
It was a pleasure.
Time.